Hello, I'm back. I haven't filmed or vlogged anything in like ages, but I did some emotional stuff, so that's why I kind of checked out and bounced out for like a week. Anyways, this week is started the Summerween readathon. If you saw my little TBR, I was going to read hang on, I'm getting it. Well, I was gonna read this, If It Bleeds, but then I'm like, you know that little short story, the If It Bleeds short story, the actual story that's named after the book. I'm like, she a little thick for me to read for a short story, and plus since I have the stand in on the Libby app, I'm like, well, I got this. I got like 15 days to read it, so I got this way mounted through it. If you can see, it got tabbed off. So I've decided that for reading a book in the dark and for a creepy cover, I was gonna like read a short story in this from Stephen King's A Nightmares and Dreamscapes, just so I have a little less to read. So along with the stand and with that one, maybe two short stories or whatever I want to read in the dark for that time being, I'm gonna read The Shining and the stand along with each other. May not get all the way through this because I am putting the stand a little bit higher priority because it is a thick book and I need to get kind of through that because with the holds on it, it has a lot more hold on it than normal. So like 20 people want to say are holding for it, and I can't redo it because of that. So that's my plan for this week. And as you can say, it's not only a Summerween week's reading vlog, but it's also a Stephen King reading vlog too. So I will check up on you in my next update. And welcome. Hi guys, just gonna give a little overview of my plan for today. Okay, so my plan is to vacuum the house and do my laundry, and I think while I'm doing all this mess, kind of getting the house cleaned up, is I'm gonna listen to the stand, this big old thing. I have it chucked off a little bit right here, and I'm about right here so far. I'm gonna listen to it on the Libby app, and I'm about like 13% of the way through it. See, got it on Libby app. Can't really see that, but I'm 13% of the way through it on audiobooks. I'm gonna listen to it while I'm vacuuming, doing laundry, and all that stuff, and maybe get to a tab. Maybe get to maybe that tab, or maybe past that tab right here. Maybe we'll see where I get. And then tonight, at some point, I'm gonna read the first story in Nightmares and Dreamscapes by Stephen King, and the first one is in this book, Dolan's Cadillac, however you say that. It's that one. So I'll read the first short stories in that one since it's like 69 pages. I should be able to get through that one pretty quickly, and should get that read a book with the in the dark / creepy color. I should get that done pretty quickly and maybe read a little bit of this tomorrow, or at least get a few pages in, and we will see how this week goes, how if I fail as readathon completely, you know, at least I'm reading participating. That is all I ask for me, is at least no participate. At least I'm not gonna set my standards high. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna complete this one book this week, because I'm like, I have this big giant book I have to finish because it's gonna be due in 15 days. So that's a little bit higher priority. It kind of sucks that it kind of happened. It came in when this readathon happened, because if I didn't have that book, I would solely focus my full attention on The Shining for this whole entire week. And I do apologize for the weird lighting behind my camera. There's one window, and it's kind of cloudy outside, so I could probably like switch you around and like show you. See, it's like kind of, but it has a little bit of sun, but it's a little. It's been raining like the past couple weeks. So I have my camera actually sitting on my bed because I'm like, it's kind of perfect height for me. But that's what's going on for today, and the weather and my lighting. So I will tell you if I read anything, what I read, stuff like that in my next official update. So, and I'm also filming a little bit of this on my camera, not on my phone, because my phone is being a pain in the butt. So we'll see how well this works out. I'm back with an update. It is 3:47. So, reading updates. I got about this far in the stand while I was vacuuming today and doing the laundry, which should be done here in a second. I should be able to dry it. Not thinking about it. So basically what has happened in the 210 pages I've read so far is you kind of follow 3 or 4 people's different kind of stories, and you see kind of how this virus ends up affecting everybody and how it spreads from different place to place. And it just got to where, you know, the government's all covering it up and like forcing the news people to say all these different stuff like they have a vaccine for it, and they really don't. And they came out with like they're lying and all that stuff. They're covering their asses because they don't want to deal with the consequences. So they're forcing us by gunpoint to say all this other crap that's not true. And that's basically what kind of so far is happening. It's basically set the story up in the beginning to kind of show you how the virus came out and how it basically affects people throughout the world. So basically, that's what I've read so far in this book. And in The Shining, I did attempt to read a little bit of it. I was unsuccessful. I got like 6 pages in. So, and that is because I ended up getting me some coffee, which I got pumpkin spice. Real good stuff. And I ended up putting on my onesie, as you can see, because it's cold in the house. And after that, I just decided to put it on Sons of Anarchy. And I'm on season 2, episode 9, and drama has just ensued. And I watched the show, I want to say first 3 seasons, and then we ended up not watching it with my family because we ended up losing it on Netflix. But I ended up upgrading Disney Plus to the bundle, so I have Hulu along with it. And I saw this was on here, and I've been watching it, so I kind of ended up watching that. So I'm not sure what my reading plans are going to be for the night. I maybe get closer to like my next tab, so I'll be like on page 300. So I really want to knock out a good bit of this during the week, but I also want to at least get the ball rolling on this, because on my other book, Nightmares and Dreamscapes, the first little short story that's in it, it's not that long. It's like 69 pages long. So I could really just wait on it until the end to really read it. Yeah, it's 68 pages. So I could really wait on this for like a while to get to it. Just so at least it's short, so I can read it whenever I come home from work or whatnot. But that's going to be my reading it in the dark book. So we'll just see what my plan is going to be. So I guess you can call this my Summerween reading vlog / Stephen King reading vlog, because I'm having a Stephen King week this week. So I will see you on my next update, and maybe have some cool aesthetic shots or something. It is Tuesday the 25th, and it's 2:45 in the afternoon. Last night I ended up just watching Sons of Anarchy all night, so well, taking care of some business, so that's what I did last night. Didn't really do much reading other than the bit I did with the stand. So basically what I've done so far is get up, drink some coffee, hang out for a minute, and took a shower till I've dried it and looks all nice and pretty. My hair. And went on my community college's website to see if they have an update on the radiology class, because I can't really do anything right now because the classes, like the application to start to even get in the program, doesn't even come up to like January 2021, and that's not even for like this fall semester. It's for like a fall semester for 2021. So I just checked up on their website to see if they have an update for like the new fall semester for next year, and I'm about to actually go on my computer and look more into it, because I'm thinking going towards radiology for going to school for that, but I want to make sure that's the definite decision I want to make. So basically any medical health science class I get into, I have to wait till January to start the application anyway, so I'm just gonna look more into radiology for right now and do that for a little bit. Maybe definitely read more of this, and tonight read the first short story in this. So that's my plan for today, and I will be getting on this, I swear. I should have got on it sooner. I feel like I started the Summerween readathon wrong, but you know, if I don't get a book finished, that's totally okay. I'm not gonna hurt myself for it, but that is my plan for it. See you on my next update. Good morning, everyone. It is 11:55 in the morning / afternoon, and I just finished the first short story in Nightmares and Moonscapes, Dolan's Cadillac. I completed this for the read a book completely in the dark while I sat in my room with my curtains all blacked out and listened to it on my phone and followed along a little bit. And so Dolan's Cadillac is basically about a man who's seeking revenge against Dolan because he got his wife killed because his wife saw some activities or whatever that he was not supposed to be doing, and she was like, yes, I'll testify, and the FBI was supposed to protect her, and they ended up failing on that, so she ends up getting in a car and she gets blown up. So for a span of like 8 years or so, he devises this plan to seek revenge. So what ends up happening is what the heck is his name? I forget his name, but that's fine. So what he ends up doing is he ends up working on like road sites, like repairing roads and stuff to kind of learn all that stuff. So he ends up digging like this big giant hole on like this big stretch of road, and Dolan ends up like watching Dolan getting his patterns and stuff down for like what's his pattern, like where does he go every year and stuff like that, and ends up digging this big giant hole, and Dolan ends up driving into it. He spends like 48 hours digging the hole and getting it prepared for him, make it look like there's not a hole, but once he drives upon it, it's already too late, so he drives up in the hole, and then Dolan just covers him up. But like first he takes a shovel and kind of just puts dirt on top of the car and just like taunts him in some sort of way, like, hey, are you okay down there? And just kind of just taunts him, and Dolan's going mad, laughing, screaming, and then he just ends up going silent. And after he's done and buried, the guy who sought his revenge ends up having back surgery because he tore out his back because he did like 48 hours of like using heavy machinery and digging for like 48 hours, so he ends up doing that. And that's just basically it. Like he's a guy who's just sought revenge from this guy killing his wife. So I thought that was pretty enjoyable, and I thought like his the way he waited and his patience of waiting almost 8 long years to seek out his revenge was a nice concept. Like for someone to have that patience to wait to kill somebody, I find that interesting. And he actually had a very good plan. He even went to his mathematician friend and was like, I'm writing a sci-fi book about blah blah blah, and then he actually got the right dimensions for like how fast the car is gonna go, and if it doesn't go too fast it won't go in the hole like it's supposed to. So he ends up going to those kind of lengths to do this plan, and he ends up getting hired like during the summer to actually do road work, to actually learn how to work the machinery. So he actually ends up doing that. So he actually does like a lot of pre-thought out preparations for this. So I think it's interesting when someone takes this long revenge and just stews over it. I always find that interesting. Well, that is it. At least I got this done for my Summerween readathon, so I can kind of put this away and bring it back whenever else I need it. And I think I'm gonna try and read a little bit more of this. I want to try and get to that tab, because it is part 2 right here, to see if I can do that today before I go to work, and then once I'm at work I can listen to the stand, because I'm trying to get through this too. I'm on page 300, I believe. Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not on page 300. I'm on page 258 out of like 1,000 something pages. Out of 1,152 pages. So I'm about that way through. So and there's no way I'm going to be completing this week, but you know, just reading it. But I think my plan right now is to read a little bit more of this, try and get to page 88. I have read it before, so it should go a little bit more. Should go a little bit more quicker since I have read it before. So that's what I'm kind of hoping. So that's my plan, and I'm gonna go to work like at 2, so that's like 2 hours from now. And that is it. So I'll see you on my next update or something significant happens in The Shining. Okay, so I'm at work right now, reading The Stand, and well, there's this little line in here that says, "Hi ho, silver away." And if you know, that line is used in Stephen King's book It. But this was written. I don't know if this was part of the original book. This is the extended version where 400 pages was cut. So I don't know if he added this in there because this version was made in 1994. I want to say 95 in the 90s. So they added the extra 400 pages back in. But that line is in there, and that's an It reference. My little Stephen King, my little nerdiness, kind of, was triggered there, so I thought I would just add that in there. Hi. So I was gonna do a quick update while I'm getting dressed for work and stuff like that. So The Stand, I read my section for that day yesterday. I am on page 300, about right here. And I didn't read anything at all this morning. I'm lame. And so that means I'm going to have to read when I get work and really have a little bit later night tonight, so I can get my 100 pages in. So I want to get to here tonight. Sorry. I'm going to get to here tonight because I have like 12 days on it and I have just enough days to get in, so I have to get it in. So basically what's happened, we got into the story of the trash can man, which basically he's like a pyromaniac. That's what I got out of it. He was in and out of hospitals and institutes, so he got electroshock therapy, so he's pretty not so right in the head, so he likes to set things on fire and stuff, and that's all I've gotten from him. And we've gotten other stories like from Larry. He's planning on leaving. He's a guy who has one-hit wonder, and he's kind of blew all his money on drugs and ladies. That's it. And it's basically furthermore explaining, that the world is becoming more desolate because of all these people dying and all that stuff. So it's becoming more of a dystopian place. And that is all that I've gotten to, that I'm getting from this book so far, is that basically that he's telling all these different people's stories to show how, normal their life was until the super flu hit, and he's showing that how the super flu kind of hits and how it transmits through people very quickly, and how it takes over people's lives very quickly and kills people, and how the world is slowly becoming more dark and lonely. Like the lights are going out, places are abandoned, homes, stores, shops, everywhere is abandoned, and all these people like in prisons are dying in like these cells and like just rotting and not having anything else, and they're starving. So that's basically what is happening at this point, is that the world's slowly going dark. So that's my little update for right now. It is the 27th on a Thursday, and it's 1:39, so I will see you in my next update if there is one. What's up, people? Fun fact about this book, Stand. Stephen King wanted to write like a Lord of the Rings type kind of story. Is that he was actually having a writer's block as well, but he actually puts in a little Lord of the Rings hints throughout a little bit through this book. Like he mentions Lord of the Rings book on one of the characters' shelves, and like her imagining walking through a closet door and going into the Lord of the Rings setting. And there's also one of the characters, Rita, just now quoted, "The way leads ever on," and Larry goes, "What?" And her response is, "It's the line from Tolkien." She says, "The Lord of the Rings. I've always thought of it as sort of a gateway to an adventure." So that's another hint at what it's a little hint of Stephen King that he put in there, which I kind of like. Um, See you next update.
It goes all the way down, and then it gets really pretty.
Gotta get a good long flip for music. Can't go too far much out here because I'll get my feet wet. Guys, it's me. It is Monday, 12:43. Summerween's done and my week's reading vlog is done. I'm closing it out right now. I'm just gonna go over what I read. I read 65 pages of The Shining. That's all I got through this book. And I also read the short story of Dolan's Cadillac, the short story in Nightmares and Dreamscapes by Stephen King. And that's basically a man who's getting revenge for his wife who was killed by Dolan. He literally ends up falling into a hole and gets buried in like the middle of the road. That's what happens to him. And like I said, my priorities for this week was The Stand, and I did get quite a bit through it. I got to 493 pages. So that's like that much. So I'm about halfway through it. And basically we're following multiple perspectives of different people who are trying to find a better place to get through the super flu. And one lady's pregnant and she's going with a friend of hers, and they just met up with this other guy, so they're actually teaming up to go to Vermont with her right now. And there's this singer who teamed up with this lady who's a teacher and a mute boy who's learning how to talk, and they're teaming up to go to Vermont as well to help ride out the super flu, because at this point the whole entire world is desolate and it's very dystopian. Like the world's going dark and everything's just like cars are piling up where wrecks, shops are being emptied out and everything. And there's also a mute deaf person who is also teamed up with a guy from Switzerland or some foreign place, and they kind of get along. They're teaming up to go to the same place as well. So that's basically where we're at right now with the book. You're just following like multiple perspectives of different kinds of people. So this is what I have for The Stand. I have about, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7 tabs to make through. So that is it for like this week in this readathon. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry I didn't update for the past 2 days. I ended up doing some stuff and I just couldn't update the time. So hope you guys like, subscribe, comment. Hope you guys have a great day, evening, night, wherever you guys are in the world, and I'll see you on my next reading vlog, which will be me possibly finishing out this book. So I'll see you next time. Bye.